Good morning, everybody. My name is Gabby. We are here with Steve. We are starting off his second week of board and train here at Best Paw Forward Dog Training. What we're going to be working on today is a little bit of leash. Okay. We also just had a dog that walked by as well, so it might be turn into a little bit of reactivity as well. So, starting off with leash, we start inside in low distraction. Not much going on. Last week we started working with him inside the barn. Okay, so when you get him home, you're going to do the same thing. Start off inside in a low distraction environment, inside your house, just walking short distances back and forth, nothing crazy. Okay. What Joanna also did was she worked a little bit on attention before we actually start moving, because you can see he's doing some whining and he's doing some pulling because we just had a dog walk by. So also this session is going to be working on attention and making sure that he's able to focus when there's another dog close by. Okay. So sometimes we have to do that. Sometimes we have to do a little bit of a combination session, working on multiple different things. And if he's not able to focus, then we're going to move him further away from what he is trying to pull to. Let's out of frame there a little bit. Good. So I'm not sure if you can hear on the mic or not. He is doing a little bit of whining, again, staring at that direction that the dog was in. Very nice. So working on attention when something like that happens is going to be very important. Another thing, very important with leash, right? What Joanna just did, he got to the end of leash and she stopped. She didn't continue moving forward. The most important thing when you're working on leash is that you are not continuing to move forward if he is pulling ahead. If you do, he starts to learn, I can pull to get wherever I want to go. And that is not what we want. Okay. So you can see he is still a little bit distracted by where that other dog was. This is the first time we have him outside working on this, but I do want you guys to see things like this because I want you to see how to work through the session, right? If we show you every perfect session after we've done it 4, 5, 6 times, it's not going to help you guys at home. We want you to see the first time we're taking him out in an environment that's more challenging. So right now he's distracted. So what are we going to do? We're not going to move forward. We're not going to even worry about moving forward right now. All we're going to worry about is getting that attention back on us. Okay. So that's good. Joanna just gave some verbal praise there. Just move the camera so we can. There we go. So sometimes you're going to have to stop and get that attention back on you. All we're doing right now is just marking. Very nice, right there. So you gave that eye contact. Joanna immediately marked with that word yes and reinforced. Okay. Good. So whenever you get him in new environments, this is going to be a great thing to do. When you do start walking, okay, you get him into this new environment, he's paying attention, you start moving forward. Again, we want to make sure that he is not pulling ahead there. That was very nice. He did get to the end of that leash there. He's standing on that. He did get to the end of the leash right there, but he did come back a lot quicker. But you can see he's still distracted out here compared to inside when we're working on this with him, where he's able to focus on us much easier. And that makes sense because inside there's not a lot of distractions. Out here, we can hear the dogs barking over at the kennel. We had another dog walk by. We have different smells out here. We have different, objects in the ruins area where we are working right now. So again, you can see he's kind of bouncing back and forth on that leash. Let's try to get him back to us, work on some basics, work on some attention. Good, very nice. Good. And when you get into new environments, what you might want to do we just have kibble in there right now? There are some treats. Okay. So when you get him into a higher distraction environment, what you're going to have to do is up the rate of reinforcement. Okay. So how often you're giving that food And also, you might even have to up the value of that food. So there he hears that dog. We're going to walk him away immediately because he's going to do that reaction, and we don't want that to happen. There we go. So we walk him away. We're going to get that attention back. So this is good. You're actually kind of seeing a little bit of a combination session right now. So there was a dog in the yard. It barked at him. He saw that dog. He reacted. We walked him away, got distance so he's not able to see that other dog and continue to practice that reaction, right? We get his focus back. Good. And then you can start working towards that area where he saw that dog, but very slowly, okay? So when you're working on reactivity and things like that, you start taking a couple steps closer to where you were, get that attention back. You can see as he gets closer, he gets to the end of that leash. He's looking for that other dog. We're going to get the attention back again. Good. And only when you have that attention is when you can move forward a couple more steps. If he starts to get locked into that other dog again or locked into that area, you're going to move a little bit away, get him refocused before you move him forward. Or his legs stuck a little bit. There we go. And we do have that clip on the front of that harness, okay? And the reason for that is that it helps prevent some of that pulling. Sometimes they do get a little tangled up. So let's get him refocused one more time, and then we will end that session. So there we go, nice. Get him into that sit. Make sure he's focused. Good. There we go. And then we're going to end that session there. But this is what we want you, again, we want you guys to see this. We want you to see the process and how sometimes a session will turn into a different session or a session where there's added things, so that reactivity. So let us know if you have any questions. We will see you next time.